Hello everyone, it's Robert Fury here with Film School Rejects. It is Sunday, the last day of Comic-Con, the day where everyone kind of takes it easy. Yesterday for me was all spent in or around Hall H for the most part, getting a look at some Iron Man footage, which is what we're going to talk about here. If you're following my Twitter account, you probably know that I described it as making love to my eyeballs and leaving me begging for more, which is a good thing. I don't like to beg. I'll just give you a quick rundown of what we actually saw. The trailer starts with Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr., helmet off, sitting in the Randy's Donuts sign, which you probably saw some of those still frames, and Nick Fury's talking to him. And they go inside, and they talk. And then we see Stark at a hearing where the government is chewing him out. Larry Sanders plays the senator chewing him out. And it's a funny scene where like Robert Downey's being sort of a huge dick. They're trying to take the Iron Man suit as a weapon from him and saying that it's property of the United States government, but he's not about to give it up. He says that's part of him. Fast forward a little bit, we see some Scarlett Johansson action as Black Widow and dressed at a party. There's some hot girls dancing. She kicks a little ass. She looks good in action, in motion. I'm still not her number one fan for the role, but hey, too late. We also hear some voiceover from Mickey Rourke describing the Starks as like a family of thieves. He's very Russian. He builds his own Iron Man sort of chest power piece, and he plays Whiplash, so you've seen that he's got the whips. And from the looks of it, he wrecks Tony Stark's racing car, and then he marches down at him, crackling the whips. The whips look great. There's like electricity coming off them. If you think Mickey Rourke was a good choice, I mean, he looks pretty intimidating. I wasn't blown away by it, like everyone else was. Some people were like, Mickey Rourke looks amazing. I think, what we saw was basically just him walking down the street cracking his whips. Like some sort of BDSM Indiana Jones. And then we'll just move on. And then we see Jim Rhodes a couple of times. He talks to Sam Rockwell's character, who is Justin Hammer, an arms dealer. And Rhodes decides to buy some guns from him to equip a suit of armor. And then you sort of think the trailer's over, but it comes back and you see War Machine, which was like the coolest part of the trailer. Like that made it. If War Machine wasn't there, the trailer would be like, it'd be good. You'd be like, oh wow, Iron Man 2 looks like it's gonna be good. But then they put War Machine at the end, and it looks like it's gonna be amazing. You just see him sort of like taking fire from all angles, and he's got guns in each fist, and he's like spinning and shooting in. The chain gun on his shoulders going nuts, firing everywhere, which is awesome. So the big highlight of Iron Man 2 footage was War Machine. Like, he's definitely gonna be in the film. He's definitely gonna kick a lot of ass in the film. So that's good. It's great. I like seeing that. Afterwards, I went and talked. A bunch of journalists went and sat around, and we talked to the cast that was there. It was Robert Downey Jr., Jon Favreau, Scarlett Johansson, Don Cheadle. And, we didn't get too much information out of them. Iron Man 2 will lead. It'll help set up the Avengers. The big theme of the movie is No Man an Island, so it's about how Tony declares himself as Iron Man, and he has to face all these repercussions of being like, hey, I'm Iron Man. And then, is he a person who can do whatever he wants with his suit? Should he be property of the United States government? And it's not going to be as dark like Demon in a Bottle, which was Tony Stark's alcoholism in the comics. Favreau said that they set a tone in the first one that just, it's not that kind of movie. And Robert Downey Jr. was widely quoted years ago as saying The Dark Knight was very complicated. I guess that was last year with Tropic Thunder. He talked about it at a junket. So he's not looking to make the Iron Man equivalent of The Dark Knight. I don't know if fans want that from Iron Man. I think, it was successful because it was a fun movie. And it looks like it's going to be that again. So that is good. I've said that many times because, hey, it's good. There's nothing else to say about Iron Man 2 other than it looks great. It looks like the wit's still there. The action's still going to be there. It's going to be good-looking women in it. Awesome suits of armor. My only concern, I guess, is honestly I don't see at this stage how Whiplash is all that threatening to Iron Man. I mean, basically, he's a half-nude dude in a suit with some whips on it. I feel like, when you can shoot people in the head with rockets. So there's probably something more in store for Whiplash. One thing Favreau did sort of hint at after someone asked the question was that Whiplash is a Russian and Black Widow is a Russian. So there's obviously going to be some sort of interplay there. That's just too strong of a coincidence otherwise. So those are my thoughts on Iron Man 2. I'll do a little write-up later. I'm having some laptop problems here in San Diego. I think it means whale's vagina. Yes, Anchorman's still funny. So thanks for listening. I'm going to talk about Give 'Em Home Alone in a little bit, and then get the heck out of this room, get on the convention center, and then head back to Los Angeles. Thanks for listening.